Are we back on?
Yes, you are.
Oh, sorry, we were mid conversation. Hello, folks. We are back from our in-camera session. No motions coming out of that, except we had a conversation in regards to I would call it an HR issue that we had, and that would be about it. So next topic, 6.4, discussing the coordinator position. We are going to skip said topic and move right to 6.5 and go to the budget. Give us some money, Tracy. Tracy, what's our current balance?
So we've only spent $238 out of 29,000. We have a few dollars to work with.
Saving money. Hold on a second. So, sorry, Tracy, how much was that? How much was the 200 and whatever, Tracy?
The 238?
Yeah. 29,662 to work with. Do you have any specific thoughts, Tracy, as to money that should be set aside other than for the leadership coordinator thing?
Well, I guess it just comes down to what we want to prioritize, like with your poll, with your results.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we got, well, I don't know what kind of finances would go into the membership side of things, but so we want to do promos and basically beautification stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you're 29,662, we'll say, minus 10, so you're 19,662 still. I don't think we have any costs going out right now, so.
We need some money for the top up of the flowers. And we should probably get on that soon because I think that the seeds are probably all planted and whatnot, would they not?
Yeah. I was going to say, yes, Matthew.
I do have a little bit of an update on that. So I can confirm that we have continued using the same vendor over the last several years. We didn't change. And we did reach out to a couple of other municipalities. Brockville uses the exact same vendor. So our horticulturist on staff has reached out to the vendor to ensure that whatever we have this year is big, beautiful, and full. So that's what we're committing to. So I don't think there's any need to top up. We're just making sure that the flowers that are being chosen are of a good size and dimension. One of the things last year is that we changed the pots that we were using. And so they're now what they call a bit of a desert pot, so that it holds water in the bottom. But with that requires a change in their watering amounts as well as the fertilizer. So we have been in contact again with the vendor and come up with a whole new regime for that to make sure that what is planted will really flourish this year. So a couple of things, and then basically we said whatever Brockville's getting, we want to have equal or better. So that's a couple of the updates for that, and I think with everything that we're doing, they will meet the standard that you're looking for this year.
That's good. Perfect.
Take that, Brockville. Starting war with Brockville. I know under events and stuff like that, in the past, I don't know if we didn't do anything last year. I don't think we pitched any money in, but I know customarily we were giving $500, I think, to the fire department for the parade, which we probably should keep up. I obviously didn't come up last year due to COVID, but we can probably earmark that in there under that category. I don't know. Because I don't know what our costs are going to be. My theory is just take what's left and divide it by 3.
Yeah, I think if I may speak for a moment.
Yeah,
So
sure.
if you take the 29,000 and lump it into 3 buckets, the first bucket is your coordinator administrative support. Second bucket could be beautification, and if you went 10, and then if you talk about promotion, whether that's Prescott dollars or events or advertising, then you could put 9,000 in that. So if you kind of just left it in those 3 big buckets, then as you kind of work throughout the year, you can say, yeah, I think we should charge it to there, or that sort of thing. I'm not sure that you need to get to every single point, but
Yeah.
under your promotion one, is that donation to the Santa Claus parade? If zombie walk is something that resurrects again, you can put it under that. So if you just kind of leave it in those 3 buckets, then it might be easier in terms of budgeting, but it's certainly the board's decision.
Really, I'm the only one who picked up on that.
No. The resurrect. No, I liked it. It was
Yeah,
good.
I heard that too. Yeah. Yeah.
It was good.
I'd like to say I did it on purpose, but that wasn't the case.
I'm kind of getting a kick out of how Matthew's just ahead.
I like that. I think that's a great idea. I like that. Just putting it into the 3 buckets, and then we can flow with it as the year goes on.
Mm-hmm. Does that make sense to you, Tracy?
Can't hear you.
Oh,
You just muted yourself. How'd you do that? No, you're muted, Tracy.
We can't hear
I
you.
was, hello?
There you are.
You're good.
Okay, sorry. I can't wait till we're in person again. Anyway,
Yeah.
no, I was gonna say that
Agree.
leaves us lots of room for, whatever comes down the road.
Mhm.
When we don't earmark it specifically, and that leaves us room for some innovation and everything else that hopefully will come along this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I like the idea of having buckets that we can kind of look at, which is flexible. And then if we need to pivot, which is the word that we all need to do right now, we can do so.
Yeah, agreed.
Basically, yeah, 10,000 a category, and then, well, you're short a little for one.
So if everyone kind of likes that concept, you can pass a motion to that effect, and that way we can work with it and go from there.
Alrighty. So if that works, who would like to make the motion?
I'll make it. I'll make the motion that we split it into 3 categories. Coordinator 10,000, promotion 9,000, and beautification 10,000.
Give or take-ish. Alrighty. That being said, that works out nicely. So Pearl has made the motion. Who cares to second?
I'll second.
Karen will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. Well, that, folks, there's a budget. Alrighty. I would move to 7 and say financial report, but I guess that was just our financial report. There you go. So we'll go on to number 8, staff. I know people have some stuff to say this evening, so whoever wants to jump in, May.
Well, I'll give a quick update on our digital Main Street, but Tracy, you participated in our bi-weekly meeting. Did you want to share the great news? And then I can just fill in any details needed.
Okay, and you can hear me?
Yeah.
Just that the Digital Main Street program has been extended to June 30th. Is that correct, Dina? Yeah. So
Wow.
that's great. That's great news.
Wow.
Really good.
Amazing.
And
That's
they are
awesome.
providing the coordinators' wages until the
Oh,
end of basically the end of June. So that is fantastic. Justin is
That's
with us no
amazing.
matter what until mid to end June. And between that and the support that we got from the CFDC for the month of March, which we also confirmed we're still able to utilize so that neither one jeopardizes the other. So we're pretty excited to get that news.
Mm-hmm.
that's
That's
awesome.
wonderful.
Amazing.
Now, is
And
that
also fingers crossed, they might, I'm hoping, I know they've extended the Future Proof program, but we're also hoping maybe there could be another round of the digital transformation grant announced. Again, we haven't heard a thing. This is all just wishful thinking at this point, but we'll keep you posted.
Good for you, Tracy, to push that idea initially. That it just
Mhm.
has seemed to be a success for not only Prescott and the area, but Brockville and all over, right? So it's great.
Yeah, it's been a great initiative.
question is that extended to be able to apply?
No, it's just automatic. We just had to submit the amount and they're just going to go through and basically crunch the numbers and make sure there's enough in remaining funding to cover everyone's requests. And they'll get back to us and let us know if there's any issue with funding the full wage amount. But we're definitely getting some level of wage support, hopefully until mid-June to end of June, if there's enough money in the pot for everyone.
Well, I know, I think the end of this month is when we have to end, by the end of this month, we have to put in our expenses to them. Is that extended at all, or does that stay the same?
I'm pretty sure that was extended as well. You would have gotten an email, Kevin, from Digital Main Street folks, but I'll just make a note here to remind Justin to follow up with you. Make sure you've got all the details.
Yeah, if I don't recall one, but it's
Yeah,
not,
we didn't get one either, Kevin. We didn't get
yeah,
an
I
email
don't
either.
recall one, but
I did get one, and it said you had now until May 31st.
Yeah.
So the person
Check your
that
junk mail too.
yeah, I'll check it.
Okay.
'Cause that'd be handy, just because I'm forgetful.
But I'll definitely make a note and get Justin to follow up with all our businesses.
Okay. Groovy. What else were we gonna talk about? Oh, Matthew, we were gonna discuss the bylaw meeting conversation thing.
Certainly. So in terms of the property standards bylaw, it's one of the next bylaws that will be coming up for revision. One thing that we would like is any feedback that you have even before we start the process, if you can send that to myself and Sean Merriman, then that will help us frame some of the questions that we'll be asking the public. So certainly we'll be going to council to get their feedback. BIA, obviously we want your feedback, which we can receive at any time. And then we'll also be putting out a public survey to talk about some of the things that they want included and considered as part of the property standards. So those are kind of the three arrows that we are looking at from in terms of feedback. But we're also looking at possibly having a different zones, and certainly we want to take a look at a zone specific to the downtown area that might have different requirements from let's say the north end of Edward when it comes to property standards, just because there's it's a different landscape and a different environment where all of the businesses on King Street are right on the sidewalk and things like that. So property standards might be slightly different from when you're on Edward and they're set back from the sidewalk. So those are just some of the ideas that we want to be sure. But as always, if there's a specific concern that you have about a property, then please just send it in to Sean Merriman, and he's more than happy to deal with it.
Okay. No, I'm glad you mentioned a survey going. I thought about that the other day. I was going to ask about that. When is this process starting?
So I expect it to be starting in the next month or so, and it'll probably take us, with feedback and whatnot, about 3 or 4 months to get through to the final product. So if I had to guess, we'd be looking at early fall for passage at council. So, but certainly it's an iterative process. We first have to start with our research and see what works well from other municipalities, but also get to really the crux of what people are seeing and how we can address it.
All right. So suggestions, though, probably definitely sooner than later.
Yeah, if the sooner you can put in those, then when we're doing our research, we can certainly seek out bylaws that address similar situations in a way that we don't have to reinvent the wheel. So if we have to reinvent the wheel, it's expensive because you have to get lawyers involved and whatnot. But if somebody's already kind of gone down that path, then some time spent on research can really save a lot of money.
Perfect. Sounds good. Anything else from staff?
I don't think so from our perspective, no.
Okie dokie. Wondering where my agenda just went, and I realized I'm writing on it. Number 9, new business. The only thing I can tell you is I don't know if everybody knows, but Ben sent in his email, his letter of resignation from the BIA. I forwarded it, I believe, to Dana and Matthew. So, but he, again, same as the most, he has volunteered if we need him for anything. He's there to help out. So, yeah. So I was waiting for it. He's just been waiting for new people to come on. Do we need a motion to accept that?
Yeah, motion that you've received and accepted that resignation, and we can forward that to council as well.
Perfect. Anybody care to make a motion?
Nobody wants him to leave.
Nobody wants to. No.
That's what I told him. I said, he goes, can you really do that? And I'm like, I don't know. If nobody wants you to leave. But yeah, so does anybody want to make that
denied.
Denied, you have to stay, man.
motion? What was that, Pearl?
That he's denied, he has to stay.
I'll tell him.
Is he just too busy?
Yeah,
He has
he's
too many
crazy
things
busy.
on the go, yeah.
He just started working on the 3rd floor. He's just
Oh,
starting
of
to
his
gut it,
place,
so.
right.
So, anyways, if we can get a motion for Ben's resignation from somebody.
Yeah, I'll make the motion. I don't want to, but
Okay, motion made by Pearl. Second by?
I will second it. I will second
when
it.
to second it? The telephone on the screen seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, I know. Nobody wanted to do it. Motion carried. Alrighty. Thanks, Ben. Other than that, I got nothing else. That was it. Anybody got any new business? No? Sweet. We'll move to number 10 then. Adjournment. Who would like to make the motion?
I'll
to
make the
adjourn?
motion to adjourn.
Made by Pearl, second by?
I will.
Second
Jeannie.
by everybody.
Oh, Jeannie, okay.
Karen was first. Second by Karen. All in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
It is carried. Have a good evening, everybody. Thank you very much.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night, everyone.